Hey kids, once again, it's Josh here, and we are back with the Bible. And of course, this is an atheist point of view, where the atheist is reading from the Bible, the New International Version, one chapter at a time, basically pointing out how fucking stupid it is. I mean, seriously, it's retarded. Some of the shit that goes on in this fucking thing, really, you'd have to be a total retard taking it literally. Anyway, before I even go on, alright, there's our bumper music, and where I left off is chapter 16 in Exodus. This one is paraphrased, manna and quail. Manna. I think that's some kind of funky food they found on the ground. Shrooms or something, you know. Verse 1. The whole Israelite community set out from Elim and came to the desert of Sin. The desert of Sin. Must have been Las Vegas. Which is between Elim and Sinai on the 15th day of the second month after they had come out of Egypt. Did they really have calendars back then? I mean, come on. Did they say BC on them? In the desert, the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. Israelites said to them, if only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit, if only we died. Ah, just our luck, we lived. Not too late to do yourself in, dude. There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. But you have brought us out into this desert to starve this entire assembly to death! You bastards! Okay, verse 4. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. Wow, he's going to send down some Wonder Bread. Sure you will, God. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this way I will test them and see whether they will follow my instructions. God has written instructions. Was this written yet? Probably not. Verse 5. On the sixth day they are to prepare what they bring in, and that is to be twice as much as they gather on the other days. Twice as much. Verse 6. So Moses and Aaron said to all the Israelites, in the evening you will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. The Lord. Not Moses, not Aaron, oh fuck no. The Lord was there, he was just invisible. And in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Well, I think they were just hungry. That grumbling's their stomachs. Who are we that you should grumble against us? Moses also said. You will know that it was the Lord when he gives you meat to eat in the evening and all the bread that you want in the morning, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we grumbling? It reminds me of South Park. Rabble, 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 rabble. Rabble, 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 rabble. Oh, God. I love South Park. Who are we? We are not grumbling against us, but against the Lord. Rabble, 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 rabble. Oh, come on, it's funny. Fuck off. Verse 9. Then Moses told Aaron, say to the entire Israelite community, come before the Lord, for he was hearing your grumbling. Rabble, 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 rabble. Okay, sorry. Verse 10. While Aaron was speaking to the Israelite community, they looked toward the desert, and there was the glory of the Lord appearing in the cloud. You sure it wasn't the fucking sun? No, it's the glory of the Lord. Damn it, you're right. Verse 11, the Lord said to Moses, I have heard the grumbling of the Israelites. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Tell them, at twilight, oh fuck, not another Twilight reference, you will eat meat, and in the morning you will be filled with bread. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God. Sure. That evening, quail came and covered the camp. Oh yeah, and God put them there. Of course he did. It wasn't just a natural occurrence or anything. And in the morning there was a layer of dew around the camp. When the dew was gone, the flakes like frost on the ground appeared on the desert floor. When the Israelites saw it, they said to each other, what is it? For they did not know what it was. Moses said to them, "Is the bread of the Lord has given you to eat. This is what the Lord has commanded." Let's see, there's dew on the ground, and then it disappears, and all this shit shows up. I'm thinking, shrooms! Yeah, that would explain why they were fucking seeing shit like they did. Yeah. Okay, each one is to gather as much as he needs. Take an omer for each person you have in your tent. What the fuck is an omer? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Omer. Take an omer. Have to Google that. Verse 17, the Israelites did as they were told. Some gathered much, some little. And when they measured it by the omer, I'm thinking some kind of a measuring cup or something. Hey dude, don't forget the omer. What do you mean you didn't bring the omer? Now we can't measure the shrooms, right? Oh, I mean the magical, historical Lord bread. That's it, yeah. He who gathered much did not have too much, and he who gathered little did not have too little. What the fuck? I gotta read that again. And when they mentioned it by the omer, he who gathered much did not have too much. Okay. And he who gathered little did not have too little. So basically, if you got too much, it wasn't as much as you thought it was going to be, but if you had too little, it is a lot more than what you expected. I think. Fuck, this thing makes no sense. Each one gathered as much as he needed. Oh, okay. We could have just summed it up in one line right there. Then Moses said to them, "No one is to keep any of it until morning." Shut up. Say it isn't so, Moses. Verse 20, however, some of them paid no attention to Moses and kept part of it until morning, but it was full of maggots and began to smell. Maggots, yummy. Eat the maggots. With butter, fry them up in a skillet. So Moses was angry with them. Way to go, Moses. Yeah, way to get pissed off, just like God is. Verse 21, each morning everyone gathered as much as he needed, and when the sun grew hot, it melted away. On the sixth day, they gathered twice as much, 2 omers for each person. That's 2 cups, I'm assuming, or maybe 2 satchel bags. Whatever the fuck they used for measuring cups back then. And the leaders of the community came and reported this to Moses. The leaders? What the fuck is Moses? Oh, well. Verse 23, he said to them, "This is what the Lord commanded. Tomorrow is to be the day of rest, a holy Sabbath to the Lord. So bake what you want to bake, boil what you want to boil, save whatever's left and keep it for the morning." Boil your eggs now. Boil your hot dogs now. Boil your fucking manna, whatever the fuck that is. We're assuming mushrooms, but yeah, it's magic bread put here by God. Yeah, we'll go with that. Boil it now, not tomorrow. Verse 24, so they saved it until morning, as Moses commanded, and they did not stink or get maggots in it. Eat it today, Moses said, because today is the Sabbath to the Lord, don't you know? You will not find any of it on the ground today. Of course not. 6 days you are to gather it, but on the 7th day, the Sabbath, there will not be any. It doesn't grow on that day, don't you know? Did they actually go out and check? No, probably weren't allowed. Just take my word for it. It doesn't grow on this day. Verse 27, nevertheless, some of the people went out on the 7th day to gather it. Oh, but they found none. Oh, but some of them cheated. Then the Lord said to Moses, "How long will you refuse to keep my commandments as I have instructions?" The Lord has instructions. Oh, okay, yeah. Not written. They're just all verbally announced to Moses. Verse 29, bear in mind that the Lord has given you the Sabbath. That is why on the 6th day he gives you bread for 2 days. Everyone is to stay where he is on the 7th day. No one is to go out. So the people rested on the 7th day. Well, good for them. Do they actually... Well, I wonder if they're allowed to do anything. Are they allowed to breathe on the 7th day? If you're resting, say, all you have to do is sleep, stay in bed, and I can't read a book, can't do shit. Watching the football game probably is not an option either. Verse 31, the people of Israel called the bread manna. Manna. It was white and coriander seed. It was white like coriander seed and tasted like wafers made with honey. It does say. Moses said, "This is what the Lord has commanded. Take an omer of manna and keep it for the generations to come, so that they can see the bread that I gave you to eat in the desert when I brought you out of Egypt." Verse 33. So Moses said to Aaron, "Take a jar and put an omer of manna in it, then place it before the Lord to be kept for the generations to come." Verse 34. As the Lord commanded Moses, Aaron put the manna in front of the testimony that it might be kept. The Israelites ate manna for 40 years. Oh God, I can't believe they would have got sick of that shit fast. Until they came to a land that was settled. They ate manna until they reached the border of Canaan. An omer is 1/10 of an ephah. Ephah. That's the last verse. An omer is 1/10 of a... What the fuck is an ephah? God. I don't want to Google it. I don't care. Well, kids, this is Josh. This is Josh. And once again, this has been the Bible and an atheist point of view.